What's going on, Legion of Zen? We have a very special episode today. I'm going to be getting into some CGC returns. Look, a lot of us collectors are tired of having to wait really long times to get our graded cards returned to us by certain companies. We're not going to get into all of that, but today I am going to show you guys some CGC returns. I sent 14 cards over to them. I did 7 cards with subgrades, 7 cards without subgrades. And, you know, the thing is, I want to find out if they're good, what their slabs are like. I mean, I've seen the slabs on the internet, but I wanted to see them in person. And I also wanted to see how they grade the cards. So, from what I've heard, just a disclaimer, that their grading is a little tougher than some other companies. So, but we're going to get into these 2 boxes right here. All right, so I'm not sure which is which. We're just going to open up this box right here first and see what's inside this one. I'm not sure if this is the one with subgrades or without subgrades. Quite honestly, I mixed them up when they arrived because they did arrive on 2 different days. Now, one thing to note about the CGC company is that they are basically doing 30-day grades on their economy. Let me get this open, guys. Sorry, this is packaged pretty well.
2,000 years later.
As you guys can see here, let me put this over here to the side. They do package this really well. The cards come in a nice foam, protected pretty darn good in my opinion. So again, there's 7 cards here. We're going to just go in order. I don't know which ones these are. I don't know what the grades are. I can't even see them at this angle, to be honest with you. But let's start with this back card here, and we'll just move our way forward. This is a Japanese card. I sent some Japanese cards. I sent some English cards as well. So the first one here is a Dark Jolteon. 9.5, Gem Mint 9.5, that's not terribly bad. Now, this is not a holo, but it is, the reason I sent it is because I love the artwork on Dark Jolteon. I think this card is absolutely phenomenal, and I'll bring that up so you guys can see it a little bit better. But 9.5, that's not bad. That's close to a 10 right there. And again, these are the ones without the subgrade. So as you guys can see here, and let me bring that up so you guys can see really well. But basically you've got, you know, CGC Universal Grade, the grade itself, along with the name of the card, Dark Jolteon, 1997 Japanese Rocket Gang. And this slab looks beautiful. I love the crystal clear look of this slab. It is just really clean. Really clean. And I do have some PSA cards, so I'm going to compare the PSA card. They look like they're closed pretty well. So that's the first one. So like I said, I do have a PSA card here that we can compare the slab to. Now they're just about the same size, and you know, they look like they're very similar. They're very similar in size. So if you're, yeah, right there, very similar in size. The CGC one has more rounded edges and just a tiny bit smaller than the PSA. But other than that, I mean, look at the difference. This crystal clear slab compared to the PSA frosted slab. It's going to be personal opinion, you know, what you like more. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever you prefer, right? So I do like the crystal clear slab myself. Let's take a look at the second card. Second card is also a 9.5, and this is a Jesse James from Hidden Fates full art promo, or not promo, I'm sorry, just a full art from Hidden Fates. Beautiful card. Again, beautiful crystal clear slab. Card number 3 here is a 9.5 as well. Giovanni's Exile. This is also from Hidden Fates. I just think these are such beautiful cards. I love these full arts, and it's the reason why I sent them in for grading. But I had to do boss's order as well, right? So get Giovanni all up in here with these graded 9.5s. So far we have 4 9.5s, no 10s yet. Blastoise EX from the Black Star promos from XY. This is XY 122, and that got a 9. I figured this was not going to get a 10. I sent it in because I am a huge Blastoise fan, and I absolutely love this card. It's gorgeous. I bought a few of them, and this was the better one for condition. The only problem with this one was the centering. Now, CGC, from my understanding, is they use some sort of laser technology to figure out the centering, whether it's, you know, 100% centering or what the centering issue is. This card, you can tell with the eye that this side is a little thicker than this one, but I sent it in anyways, and the only reason I didn't do subgrades on it is because I knew that that was not going to be a 10. I figured it was going to come back as a 9, potentially even an 8. Now, I did send in another Hidden Fates Charizard GX. Again, no subgrades on this one because it's one of the cheaper Charizards in the set. But this did come back as a 9.5. So far, pretty good grades, no 10s. This one, a 9.5 because the centering, again, there's a little slight centering issue with this card, but it's a Charizard, so I wanted to get it graded anyways. And then we have another 9, Charizard GX. Again, this one, probably a centering issue here. The bottom is a little bit thicker than the top. So, as you can see, I mean, these grades are looking pretty good. I've checked all of these cards out very well under lighting to make sure that the only defects that they really had were centering. And I have multiple of these cards, but I picked the best ones, or the ones I thought were the best ones, that didn't have scratches or any real issues, other than a little bit of centering issues. So, move this off to the side, guys, and actually put them off over here. And we'll get into box number 2. Let's see if the grades in this one treat us any better. But quite frankly, you know, a 9.5 in CGC, from what I'm seeing, is pretty much what you could expect a PSA 10 to be. So let's get now, these boxes are packaged so well, guys, so well. And you know, I've received stuff from PSA. It comes packaged just fine, but they take to another level here with the packaging on CGC. All right, so they put this one in here a little bit different. Let's open that up. Again, 7 cards. And the first one is a Machamp. This is a base set Machamp. This is the Cosmos Holo. Now, as you guys can see here, I did get the subgrades on these. So, this one's actually came back with centering 10, which is great. Surface 9.5, corners a 10, and edges a 9.5. So, this one did have, I guess, some issues with some of the edges here. I'd have to look it over a little bit more just to see, but that seems like a pretty decent grade, a 9.5 on such a vintage card. Again, their grading seems to be a little tougher than PSA's. I did send over a Zamazenta V. That also came back with a 9.5. Centering is a 9.5. Surface is a 9. Corners are a 10, and edges are a 9.5. So pretty nice. This card looks absolutely gorgeous in this crystal clear slab. And these slabs are built pretty nicely. So I am liking that very much. All right, here we go. 9.5 for the Charizard. Now, I absolutely love the artwork on this Charizard. Now, this Charizard was only released in Japan, and it is a promo that came in an art book over in Japan. So, I bought a bunch of these. I bought 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken. I bought 6 of them, and I sent in a couple to CGC for grading. Just kind of hoping that we would get some good grades on them. Centering a 9.5, surface a 9, corners a 10, and edges 9.5. So this card, I did actually grab the ones that looked a little bit rougher for the CGC grading. I am going to send the rest of them over to PSA, hoping that those will get 10s because they were in a little bit better condition. Now, this one also got a 9.5, so we're getting a lot of 9.5s, a lot of 9s. Centering is a 10, surface is a 9.5, corners are 10, edges 9.5. Again, another gorgeous Charizard card right there. All right, Suicune. So this Suicune is such a pretty card, and you know, I bought a couple of them because they're the staff Suicunes, and they were just fairly cheap. The price was really good on them, and you know, when you buy from certain websites, they say near mint, but you don't really know what you're getting because they have them in bulk, so you're not seeing the exact card that you're going to get. And so, you know, they came with a little bit of a centering issue here and there, and corners were maybe not spectacular. They you know, on the website they'll say near mint. Again, that came back near mint. So they're not wrong. They're not wrong. But it's very, very difficult. So the other one that I got here is a Rayquaza Gx. That came back as a 9. These are pretty tough because the centering on these promos, just, you know, not great. Probably about as good as that centering on that CGC label. So far, they have all been pretty good. This one came a little bit off center, I guess, you know, kind of just to let me know that the card was an 8.5 in centering. Surface was a 10, corners were a 10, and edges were a 9.5. So everything came back really good except for that, you know, 8.5 centering. So, but I love this card. Gorgeous promo. And then last but not least, guys, we have another Rayquaza GX. This one, of course, came back a little bit better, 9.5, so not bad. Centering was a 9, surface was a 10, corners were a 10, and edges were a 10. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about these CGC slabs, and let me know what you think. Have you gotten any of your cards graded with them yet? And what do you think of their service? Even though I did not get any 10s, I am pretty happy overall with the cards, with the grades. I think that I selected cards that, you know, might have had a little issue here and there to get graded with CGC because I wanted to see if they were just going to go, you know, all out 10s on the cards, or how well they were going to grade. And I think that they did a very good job. From what I remember from these cards, the grading on these, very, very, very accurate. I thought the Suicune was probably going to come back as something a little bit better. But, you know, knowing that I bought this off of a website where you can buy multiple of the same card, you know, there is a little, I guess, something on the card right there. So that hurt it a little bit. But knowing that, I think these grades were pretty darn accurate, guys. And quite frankly, not bad. I love the slab. Again, we'll compare the slabs here. I love the slab. I love that crystal clear look. Some people do complain about that label. And, you know, the label, in my opinion, is not terrible. It could probably get a little bit better. But the PSA label is not all that beautiful either. So I'm not married to it, you know. I could see myself really going with CGC a lot more than I do with PSA, because you know what? These cards did arrive in 30 days. And quite simply, I don't like to wait 6-8 months for my cards to come back. These came back in 30 days. Can't really complain about that. The quality is nice, the grading is good. So far, I'm liking it, and I think I'm going to get some more CGC cards. Let me know what you guys think down in the description. Also, check this video out right here. It is a PSA returns from some time ago. But go ahead and give it a look, and I'll see you in the next one.